Roads are completely covered in snow. You can see that one car out there, so hopefully people are abiding by staying inside if you can. Chain controls are in effect this morning for parts of 80 and certainly on 50. The CHP says you should not be on the roads if you do not have to be out there. Now, KTVU's James Torrez on the road to Lake Tahoe this morning. He's been giving us the conditions on the way, chain checks, I think around Baxter. Let's check in. You are out of the car now, James. Where are you?
We stepped out of the car, Pam. Good morning to you. We are at the point where basically we cannot go any further because we don't have chains equipped with our car this morning. We just got off of 80 here. We're near Blue Canyon, about 30 miles away from Truckee. You can see what's going on right next to us. A number of these big rig trucks have pulled over to the side here, likely because they don't have chains on their tires. About 10-15 miles ago, we passed Colfax. That was the point where every truck driver needed to have chains. You weren't allowed to go on beyond that if you didn't. Now where we're at, we passed a couple checkpoints from CHP and Caltrans. At one point, they even pulled us over just to see and ask us what we had. Did we have chains? Did we have an all-wheel drive car that we were driving in? Of course, we do. We don't have chains with us, but we do have an all-wheel drive, and that's what allowed us to go down a little further here. But those officers who were pulling us over said, you go 20 more miles, and that's probably as far as you can get, and that's where we're at this morning, about 30 miles away from Truckee. So we made it actually pretty far, and for the most part, the road conditions from the Bay Area to about maybe 2/3 of the way up here were perfectly fine. Not much rain coming down, so that means the roads weren't all that slick. But I think the last 10 to 15 miles that it took us to get up here, that's when everything changed in almost an instant. The wind picked up, the fog came out of nowhere. We started seeing the snow come down, and we started seeing those roads get a lot slicker, a lot quicker. I'll show you right behind me here because we do have a number of snow plows that have been making their way through here, trying to clear some of the snow off the roadways. By the way, the roadways are full of snow. I mean, it's at the point where you're not seeing the road at all here. So we have certainly been taking it slow on the roads. We certainly haven't seen many other cars on the roadways either. CHP, Caltrans, they're pretty much saying if you want to go to Tahoe, just don't do it this weekend because the road conditions are going to be really tough. And I mean, we saw how tough it got very quickly, and we're only just scratching the surface of how bad these conditions can get. You see the wind kind of pushing the snow and some of that sleet in front of us this morning. This is just kind of where it all gets started. It is much worse the further east you head, the closer to the Sierra you get. So please keep that in mind if you are still considering to make your way out to the mountains for this weekend. Of course, the snow is beautiful. It looks great, very pretty to look at. But once you start getting into trouble, it is very hard to navigate out of that. Chains are absolutely required from this point forward, which is why we won't be going any further from here. Of course, we'll keep an eye on these conditions. I'm sure the snow is only going to get a little harder throughout the morning. We'll keep you posted all morning long. Dave and Pam will send it back to you on the desk.
All right, James Torrez, thanks.